SeanPierceJohnson here. Welcome back to Stompbox Saturday, where I am very excited to be showing you on the stompin block today a pedal coming all the way from Russia from D Sound. It is the Fisherman high gain distortion. I think my favorite thing about this pedal is the juxtaposition of the artwork and the tone. The tone is a raging high gain distortion sound, loosely based on a Friedman BE-OD, so that kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to get out of it. But then the artwork is this cute, cuddly, furry little kitty in a scuba suit, fishing for fish. I just love that juxtaposition. I think it's hilarious. So, all that aside, let's go ahead, throw the pedal up on the screen, talk about the controls and the tone that we're going to be able to get from the Fisherman. So 6 knobs, and it's very easy to get your head around. Don't be scared by this jumble of knobs. You kind of have to think of it as like the 4 knobs right here are kind of your EQ. So let's see what they are. We got volume, presence, gain, treble, bass, and tight. Now the bass and the tight knob work together to really shape the low end of your sound. You can have something a little bit more full, or if you really want to go for the genty gentness and just like a da-da, you know, that like Pro Tools edit kind of sound, just turn up the tight knob and you got some really tight low end. But I think what we need to do now is we need to hear how this thing sounds. So we are going to grab the trusty Les Paul to get things started. We are going to turn all the knobs, see how much range we had. If you have any other questions about what the signal flow for this video is, please look down in the description. So let's do it. Trusty Les Paul, here we go. Whoa, searing, is it not? Yeah, this thing has got a lot of gain, and that's kind of cool. I like high gain. It's all kinds of good things. All right, let's check out the bass and treble controls, see what that does. to it. And that's not a bad thing. Sometimes you just need to fatten things up a little bit. All right, let's check out the sizzle from the treble. Now for some presents. Has a way of adding detail to the sound, but the secret weapon is the tight control. So to really show you guys what this thing can do, I'm gonna go ahead and boost the bass a little bit more. Not too much. I'm gonna start with the tight at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna turn it counterclockwise and then slowly start turning that clockwise. So let's see what happens. So I don't know 100% what the tight control is doing because it doesn't actually specify in any owner's manual what it does. But if I had to guess, it's going to be something like this. Multiband compression is a thing where they separate the audio frequency into X number of bands, usually 4. Your lows, your low mids, your high mids, and your highs. This is almost like it's a compressor that just works on the low end to help kind of rein things in so that you can get something a little bit fatter in the low end, a little bit more woolly sounding, or just really tighten things up so you really get that articulation pumping through. Either way, it's the most powerful control on this pedal and one that I think is the sort of untapped resource to get as much out of this pedal as possible. So with that in mind, I'm gonna show you guys a few of my favorite settings with the Fisherman and let's see what kind of fun we can get up to. 9 times out of 10, this is the setting that I'm going to be using on the Fisherman because it feels like it most closely resembles the kind of high gain distortion that I normally play with when I'm making music with Cockeyed Optimist. So I'm gonna show you guys my clean tone and then kick that thing on so that we get down to the down and dirty riffing. Let's do this. This is a great setting to show you how even if you have the gain knob turned all the way down, you get a really nice crunchy tone out of the Fisherman. Now, I've got the tight knob turned down considerably so I can get a little bit more of that fatness from the low end, because at the end of the day, these are single coils on a Telecaster that don't always sound that fat. But I think this crunch tone, it's pretty fat. It's pretty mean. It's pretty nasty too. If you've got a 7-string guitar and you want a high gain sound, the tight knob is your friend. As you can see, I've got it turned up to 3 o'clock, so this thing is going to be pretty tight like a tiger. I know you know that movie. Don't act like you didn't see Austin Powers Goldmember. I don't care what people thought of that movie. I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, back to the pedal. This is really all about cranking up the gain, because as you turn up the tight knob, you're going to get a little bit of loss of gain. I guess that maybe instead of a compressor, might be more along the lines of like a high-pass filter. Like I said earlier, I don't really know what's going on. All I know is that I can hear it doing something, and I like what it does. So let's check this thing out. And that, my friends, was just a little taste of the D-Sound Fisherman distortion pedal. Like I said at the top of the video, I love the juxtaposition of the cute artwork and the raging, high-gain, angry, evil tone. But I might have to switch that up and just say that the tone, in and of itself, is just awesome. Yes, it is based on something that is already readily available, but it's always interesting to see pedal companies from other countries, what kind of cues they take from other major manufacturers. Personally, I like this package. It is very well made, it's very simple, and I think that it's got an aesthetic all its own. You'd be surprised how many different interpretations of famous pedals are out there if you go explore the pedal world. And I don't mean the kind that's just, in the guitar pedals subreddit or, covered in magazines or whatever. There's a lot out there. Trust me, I did it last year and I found out quite a lot. But I want to say thank you to the guys at D-Sound for sending me the Fisherman. I am having a blast with it, and I will continue to have a blast with it in the weeks to come. And I hope you all enjoyed this quick look at it. And if you did, or even if you didn't, and you want to say something mean and nasty, because that's always a given on the internet, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section below. And please, when you see it, do click the subscribe button, turn on some notifications, and come back for next week's episode of Stompbox Saturday. However, if you want to see every single video that I make before anyone else in the world, please do consider becoming a patron and joining my Patreon page. As always, it is great to spend part of my Saturday with you. I hope you guys have a good one as well. And until next time, I'm SeanPierceJohnson, wishing you all out there great tone and happy stomping. Cheers, friends.